right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. The very first thing on the agenda is a request for a sanitary sewer easement, and that is, you should have a paper that looks like this. Here's the documentation of the easement, and then here is the plat. But I put together a Google map that actually outlines where this would be to make it a little clearer. So if you look at the Google map, you will see the track, Warren County High School track. You will see Hilda Barber here, and you'll see Warren County High School here. So the green circle, which is in the floodplain, is where they're asking for the easement. So it's this little space right here.
I'm assuming that's the feeds, so Swan Farm and
Heptad.
yeah, because there's Swan Road.
And then, yeah, and then Swan Farms is close there. But it's the Heptad group that is asking for the sanitary sewer easement. And the only thing I'm requesting of you guys now is to say, yes, let's go ahead and send it to the entire school board at their work session, and then for approval, for request for approval the first September meeting, or no, let's look at this a little bit further.
Does it say in here how many feet it crosses into our line? You can see our property line, and it's just a little bit.
Yeah, it's 20 feet wide.
20 feet. I don't know how long it is.
No, it doesn't.
It's not much longer than that. It's not much longer than that.
No, it doesn't appear to
Yeah.
be.
Maybe 70, 80 feet maybe. So it just comes, because the sewer line just runs right along the edge of that property line.
Mm-hmm. It's just
And our attorney has looked at the deed, and they made a couple of changes, but otherwise they're okay with it.
So who requested it?
Heptad.
So what's that for us?
Ramsey.
Just supporting local community.
$1.
Every time something's done for $1, something bad.
Yeah.
I did make it too.
This would be similar to what we did with the hospital, allowing them to hook into into the line that ran to the Warren County Middle School.
Right, this is a little easier because they're not having to maneuver around sidewalks or pavement. And it is in the floodplain.
It's not property that we'll use anymore.
It is not property we will use.
Not as long as the runoff, that doesn't create a problem.
Letters A through H are the conditions.
Mhm.
We don't know what his other options are. Their other options are, if we would say no, or we would have other conditions for payment or anything like that, we don't know what his other options are, so it is something we would hear.
Now, this backs up to Happy Ridge, which is Ball Estates. So I'm guessing the topography of the land goes down towards the school. I'm assuming.
This is a kind of a ravine or a
Yeah.
ditch or a, I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah,
It's-
I kind of
yeah.
think I know the
This-
location.
The area right along Westminster in front of Hill of Barber is a retaining pond.
Mhm.
So that's a low spot. If you can kind of look at that, that's definitely a low spot. And you can see a pond.
Well, that's kind of marshland.
Yeah.
Down there, I think, if I remember
Yeah, it's
correctly.
all flood. Wet weather, marshy stream.
I guess we could talk about it as a school board.
And if there's something that you want me to talk with, I've been working with Robert Light.
Yeah, okay, that was.
Yeah, if there's something you'd like for me to mention.
I'd like to know what their other options are.
Mhm.
I mean, why they wanna do a sewer tap in a marshland.
We could actually have them come and talk about it at the work session.
Mhm.
That'd be of interest.
Yeah, I'd love to get Bob, get Joe's take on it.
So number 3 on your agenda, we just received word yesterday that War Memorial has put a hold on this right now, but I'll go ahead and bring it up. The War Memorial Hospital Walking Trail, this will probably come to us in the future. War Memorial Hospital is interested in putting a walking trail around their facility, and there's a part they want to connect into our sidewalk system, so there's a little piece of our space that they're interested in building a walking trail, which they had indicated would be of no cost to us. But it has been tabled at this point, and they will bring it back to us whenever they're ready to move forward. Okay. And then the 4th piece, one of Chantel potential interest in property for communications tower. One of Chantel's contractors has indicated that Chantel has interest in 2 pieces of our property to put a communication tower. One is at the Warren County High School property or Hill of Barber property. We haven't really identified a location. And then the other one is at 15th Street, where we lease to the county for most of that, but we have diversified minds and brighter futures out there as well. So they are interested in knowing if we are interested in putting a communication tower there, and if we are, then we would go through some processes. But they are also seeking other properties as well, so we're not the only one that they're talking to in order to get a communication tower that best suits their needs. So right now they said typically what they do is about $800 a month. They provide to whoever leases, and it's a long-term lease. It could go up to 30 years. But then there would be built-in increases along the way.
Yeah, it pays good money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, being as we lease 15th Street to Warren County, that money would still come to us and not to the county.
It would. We lease the facility and not the property.
I thought that's how it worked.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
Yeah. So
We had the same.
I actually
Yeah.
pulled the lease at the ground or the lease out to see exactly what it contained, and it's just the building space.
I mean, that's, I know some people that have on their property and it's good residual income. I mean, if you're looking at $800 per location, that could be, I mean, that offset
Right.
a little something.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
would, no.
Yep. So one of my thoughts is that Chantel provides us our internet connectivity. Is there any way? They're actually 2 separate organizations.
Right. Yes.
However, he said, put it on the table whenever we go to negotiations if we make it that far, and we'll see, kind of where we can work it out.
They don't have any schematic or anything of what kind of tower they're looking at.
The monotower, 200 to 250 feet. And there was some interest in our property at Skyline High School recently, and they said that they could do a flagpole, they could put it maybe on our football light. So
Yeah.
there are some other options that we can consider whenever we get to that point. But right now they're just looking at where is some good space that we could put some communications towers. So
from what I understand, Rappahannock, whatever the high school is over there, they want to put one there and they could make it look physically like a tree.
Yeah.
All kinds
Yeah.
of crazy stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
it does.
Fauquier's doing similar things.
Is that right?
Yeah, and they looked at our stadium lights. It wasn't Chantel.
Right.
I think that agreement's already in place. I don't know if they've erected a tower yet, but there were 3 locations we were working with on.
Yeah, and I believe Chantel's contractor said 100 by 100 is what they would, need the lease for. So
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Because that
100
modern
foot by
tower, the
100.
way it's designed, it collapse in itself. I remember the one going up Guard Hill Road, there was a big deal about, well, what if it falls over? And I don't know. You probably know more about it than I do. The way that thing goes up, there's some type of pulley system and cables in it that it literally,
Almost telescopic.
yes,
Yeah.
pulls itself into itself. So you could cut down on the amount of footprints you needed for it.
So it's just, right now it's just they're interested in our property. They want to know if we would be interested if they found that to be the best space.
I would say moving forward to the
Tell
school.
them we're open to it.
Yeah.
Tell them we're open to it.
Listen,
Okay.
see what they have.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
And that is all I had on the agenda. I know it's, but I think I think number 2 is kind of timely. I think they're interested. The sanitary sewer easement. I think they're interested in kind of moving forward with that project. So that one we needed to go ahead and move forward to our school board. But did you guys, did you guys have any questions about the S Roads renovation or?
No, I think that was, what his name, was it Grant?
Andy.
Grant?
Andy.
Andy?
Andrew.
Mr. Grant? I mean, he seemed very positive about being able to get bids that would be
Oh,
competitive.
he has been. He feels confident that it was just a bad timing thing, so.
So I think, let's move ahead, see what we, throw it out there, was that August 20th?
It is.
So,
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah, 11 days. Yeah, interesting to see what we get.
Yeah. Always look forward to getting the bids back. Was disappointed last time.
No kidding. What's the time frame on them? It goes out the 20th. When do they have to be back by?
It's like September the 19th.
Okay, so about a month.
About a
give or
month.
take.
With a project that size, that's adequate.
Is it? Okay. All right.
And I think Greg Livesey is going to put it on
Even.
EVA.
Oh, okay.
Which,
Hey,
so it's
yeah.
a state
Put it on
system.
Yeah, oh, I know.
Yeah,
It's
so-
there's a lot of bids out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure we get it on there.
Get some
yeah.
interest, yeah.
That's a
and,
really good idea.
yeah.
Well, we started using that a few years ago, and it's amazing. Now you got contractors,
Oh, yeah.
from quite a distance.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay.
there is an interest in using it, and contractors do.
They do. They really do.
Right, and we've actually put some projects on there,
Yeah.
like our custodial services contract
Okay.
5 years ago.
Right.
And it did generate a lot of interest, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
so
It is handy. I mean, it really is. You can get,
it'll get the word out there more quickly than.
yeah.
Yeah, to wider spread than just our area.
Yeah.
So our area is good, the Warren Sentinel, the Royal Examiner, the Northern Virginia Daily.
Yeah.
That's good for our space, but it'll get it out
Oh, that
more
casts a lot bigger
statewide.
net.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. So that's, okay, awesome. I didn't even think about that. I'm glad you
Let's
did.
just get everybody we can. I think the market's still real hot. Contractors are still,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't cool down that quick.
no, it doesn't. No.
That's
So the more the wider we can close that net, the better off we'll be.
absolutely awesome. Yeah. Well, it's good to know everything is paid for, that's been done. And that's a big plus. So, okay.
It is. It's we still have right around $3 million. So.
And Mr. Grant seemed very positive about, I've had another estimator do it, still about the same price, so 2 people can't be that wrong. I mean,
Right.
You would hope not.
God, I don't
No.
know. I don't think they'd be
Yeah.
in the business very
Right,
long if they
right.
were.
And they just recently went out for, OWPR just recently went out for bid for another organization, school system that was close to us. So they should be getting bids back in
Oh, good.
either
Oh.
recently or,
Yeah,
coming
they
up.
mentioned that
So,
early summer.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that'll be helpful.
Okay.
That'll give us an idea of what
What
the
they
new
did.
market is.
Right,
Yeah.
right, okay. Fair enough. Sounds good to me.
there's no other questions,
I have nothing.
all right, it is 8:17. Love it.
Wow,